Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Calves in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I'm actually usually very excited to list a puppy for sale, but I'm not so much about this boy. This boy is Judah. He is Mr. Brown of Trixie and McGregor's litter. We actually planned on keeping him and his sister. We named him Judah and Judith. You can change the name, so we were calling him for the last few weeks, but they're smart. We can change it to any name you want. It doesn't have to be Judah. It was a cute little name. We planned on keeping him for sale, but we had a couple of non-pregnancies for our Cavaliers, and we've been getting emails and emails and emails, people wanting Cavaliers, and we're just kind of pushed into listing him for sale just because we have so much interest and we just don't have enough puppies. And so we are listing him for sale. We were planning on keeping this boy. He was the pick of the boys. I think there was 3 boys in this litter, and this was a very good litter. This was our first black and tan litter, and so we were so excited to be able to get a black and tan stud dog. But we decided to go ahead and list him for sale. If he doesn't sell, we'll keep him, but we actually have no problem selling our puppies, so we wanted to list him for sale. He is an absolutely beautiful boy. He's been in training. He's had over 450 hours of training, and so we know his personality very well. His Recherche score is 868, 8 being that he's very dependent. That is a Trixie and a McGregor puppy. This entire litter is a very dependent, very loving litter. That's their parents. They're one of the most dependent dogs that we own. They adore to be with everybody and anybody. They're very social, and he is social. He loves people. He loves to snuggle. He loves to cuddle. He's very, very affectionate, very sweet, very loving, and he's a dog that will cuddle with you and want to follow you from room to room, snuggle with you in your bed, on your couch. He is that way, and that's how every one of the puppies are in his litter, but he's just as dependent as his parents. On the activity scale, he's actually one of the least outgoing puppies in his litter. This is an outgoing litter where they're very fun and playful. He's a 6 out of 10, so he is outgoing, but he's just not as outgoing. He's very balanced. He was the pick of the boys. He was the one we were going to keep, and the 2 reasons we were going to keep him was, 1, he was outgoing, but he wasn't as outgoing, and the second reason was he was the smartest of all the puppies in the litter, even Judith, his sister. He's very smart, very confident. He's an 8 out of 10. He's not shy or timid, which is very important for us when it comes to training. He is a little genius. He's one of the smartest puppies that we have produced, and we are, again, excited to keep him, but we're going to list him for sale, offer him up to you. He is a beautiful boy, as you can see. Size-wise, it's not going to be a big litter. Cavaliers from Europe are smaller than Americans, and so his mom and dad are not that big. In fact, his dad is smaller than his mom. His dad's from Ireland. He's only 12, 13 pounds, and the mom's from Poland. She's only 16 pounds. And so our best guess is he's going to be probably 13 to 15 pounds. Just a stunning boy. Now, he's able to go home after graduating one of our most popular training programs, Doggy Doctorate, that's training till 6 months of age, which is March 3rd. Right after that, they're enrolled in our most extensive training program we call Doggy Double Doctorate. In that program, they go home and they live with a professional trainer. And what that does is that really stretches them socially, because they have to learn to adjust to a completely new family, a completely new home, different smells, different surroundings. Then they have to learn potty training in a completely new home, obedience training, crate training. It really stretches them, and that's a month-to-month program. He'll turn 7 months of age, April 3rd, and the most popular time in our Doggy Double Doctorate is 8 months of age, which is May 3rd. Now, we are flexible with those dates. If you wanted to get them between them, that's perfectly okay, and we prorate the price difference. So you can get them at the date that works best for you and your family. Now, if you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see pictures of Trixie and McGregor. If you click on the main picture, there's a video where I summarize each of the parents. There's 2 things that make us different from any other breeder of Cavalier King Charles Spaniels in the country. The first thing is the quality of our dogs. Both parents are imported in from Europe. We decided to do that because they have greater genetic diversity. They live longer. They've been breeding with health clearances for longer in Europe, and so that's why we chose to import them in. They come from generations of show champions and with generations of health clearances, so this is the healthiest Cavalier you're going to get in America. The second thing that makes us different, and the biggest difference, is our Puppy Training Institute. And so I'd like to do is to summarize our Puppy Training Institute and show Judah as of this morning in training, so you can see how well trained he is. Now, later on when we talk about house training, we're going to use generic dogs. It'll be very noticeable, but the whole beginning is just Judah, so you can see how he's doing as of today. Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That it builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do canine good citizen. They're all very good trainers, and we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training, and this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate, and a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out, and a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Judah, and again, if you don't like that name, you can change it, but if you're interested in read through this entire page, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see pictures we just took of him. Right above those pictures are his prices for each training level. Some people have a hard time finding the prices. It may be because of the black website. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you an example where prices are found on a typical page, but the prices in this video are not his. To find his prices, scroll down on his page, look at the pictures of him. Right above the pictures, you'll see the prices for each training level. And then right below this video is a link that says, click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video of Judah. Again, that is Mr. Brown of Trixie and McGregor's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.